What are 3 things that you should know about parrotlets? Hi, I'm Kaylin, the author of the Bliss Bond, and in this video, Raindrop and her buddy Macaroon are going to illustrate, not really, the 3 things that you should know about parrotlets. Number 1, well, the truth is they need scarves because parrotlets are scarves and like air conditioning. Oh my, are you going to eat my orchid again? Parrotlets are very temperature sensitive. Look at that. Do you see her green beak? Sweetie, that's not really salad. Look at my poor orchid. I don't recommend this. It's lethal to your orchid, although I have seen no ill effect to my parrotlet, but my poor orchid. Parrotlets are temperature sensitive. They are unlike other parrots in the sense that they can't take temperatures that are too warm or too cold. As a matter of fact, while in Germany, in some parts of Germany, yellow-necked Amazons are surviving in the snow and in the cold and procreating in the spring, parrotlets really would not do well. They couldn't take it. It gets too cold and too warm. If you have ever spoken with a breeder, they will tell you that, there's always exceptions, never say never, but I have never met a breeder who disagreed. They say that parrotlets will not breed when they live outdoors because it's too hot. Now, if you're like me, that begs the question, gee, what do they do in nature? Doesn't it get too hot and too cold in nature? Yeah, I can't quite figure that one out. Oh, my vampire's biting me. Look at that little bite. Eek! Stop pinching me. Stop pinching me. Stop pinching me. Eek! Eek! Okay, that was kind of fun. Okay, stop eating me. Stop eating me. The second thing you should know about parrotlets. They will eat green as in unripe, as in bitter fruit in nature, but not ripe fruit. Why not? Because, well, there's a couple reasons. It depends on the fruit, of course, but because bigger, more monstrous monkeys or birds will chase them off. And, the bigger boss dude in nature is the one who gets the sweeter fruit. So parrotlets, along with most other pcittacines or parrots, are really accustomed to eating unripe fruit. Now, I don't know that you should entirely just take my word for it. I think you should do your research or talk with someone who has done fieldwork research. One thing you could do is look on YouTube and see what parrots eat in the wild. What do wild parrots go and eat? And you'll see things like green, unripe figs, fruits that you and I would feel punished about because they would be unripe and bitter. So when I hear people saying that parrots are aggressive and they shouldn't be housed together, I kind of sit there and I can't help but wonder, like the question does come up, are you feeding them strawberries? I saw like a picture or a video of someone who had fed their parrotlet a strawberry and like there were strawberries everywhere, little strawberry pieces. And I'm like, okay, what happens when you give a kid a ton of sugar? They go crazy, right? I mean, they get hyper, they go crazy. So, yeah. So, parrots, most parrots, I don't know if there's too many exceptions. Amazons, macaws might be an exception because they are so big. But, and they eat palm nuts. But these little guys, number 2, they should not have sweet, ripe fruit. They should have unripe, icky, bitter fruit that has not turned green. I would say the exceptions might be something like a little mango, a little papaya, because that has beta carotene. And if you give them fresh fruit that's not quite so chocked full of fructose, the way like papaya treats will be. There's people sell freeze-dried papaya, which seems like a great treat for a parrot, and it kind of is, except for the fact that it really gives them too much fructose. So if you give your parrot a lot of ripe fruit, please understand, if they go crazy, it's gonna, be just like giving a kid a ton of sugar. Number 3, this is not their cage. I just got this little carrier so that when they go to grandma's house with me, like maybe I can have an easier carrier. I don't know how much I love it or not, but anyway, I thought it was a great illustration for the fact that, I kind of feel like some people, I get it. Some people, they don't have a lot of space. Some people have very small homes, and so they give their parrotlet a very small cage. This is not their cage. And what they don't realize is number 3, because these are little guys, they really need a lot of room to fly because they're accustomed to flying. They are so accustomed to flying that, going a mile for my macaws, it's like they just wave their wings once, it seems like. Whereas these guys, it would be a lot more energy and a lot more work. That means that they're accustomed to being little energy power balls, which is why we feed them parsley seeds along with pellets and fresh vegetables. So where I'm getting to is, you want to give your parrot, any parrot, as much time out of their cage as possible. But when you have little guys like these guys who are temperature sensitive, who should eat bitter fruit, if any at all, they should also have the biggest cage you can give them because they really need the space. Now, that's the 3 things that you should know about parrotlets. But maybe number 4 would be, if we had a bonus, it would be they preen each other, they cuddle each other, they take care of each other. I'm still on this high horse of, I can't believe people say that you shouldn't keep 2 together. That's cray-cray. They are social animals, and putting them alone, I don't understand. It's kind of cruel. They're used to being with their flock all the time, at least with their mate. Look at this. How could you take that away from them? This promotes well-being. Do you know that in humans, when humans smile more and laugh more and have friends, they live longer? And so I am assuming that something is similar with parrotlets because they look happier, they look healthier, and they're nicer, because they're not used to being alone. So 3 things you need to know about parrotlets. I hope you enjoyed the antics of Raindrop and Macaroon. They're getting sleepy now. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions about parrots, please be sure to post below, and we will catch you on the next blissful video. These 2 girls are just so sweet. And by the way, I just think you should know that Raindrop on the right, she has a boyfriend, and then she has Macaroon. I gotta get Macaroon a little buddy. Raindrop has a boyfriend and her best friend, and look at how she is with them. Earlier, the 3 of them were cuddled up together. They are so sweet. And these 2 live with 3 other parrotlets right now, and they still are just very, very sweet with each other and with me. Enjoy your blissful evening. Thanks for partaking in my bliss.